Welcome and happy Wednesday. Not a phrase that we normally, or I don't know if ever, have been able to say. This is the Doctor's Orders live stream on the Dr. Nick's YouTube channel. If you guys are watching now, maybe you had a chance that you don't normally get to on Tuesdays, or you just noticed it because it was out of the ordinary, and you made a priority to come check it out today. We appreciate you guys. Or if you watch normally and you can't make it today, hopefully you catch the replay, and we'd love to see some familiar faces in the comment section afterwards. And as everybody comes in, we already have a bunch of people coming in, please see if you hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. And then if you want to share this out, I promise you we're going to have some interesting topics of conversation today. So come on in. Get involved in the chat. Say hello. We already in the chat, you guys, have who we got in here. We got Chris. We have Jill. Shout out to Jill. We have Leo, Vaughn, Bruce City, Timothy, Jay, and Baker. So shout out to you guys, and then anybody else that's coming in. We are going to announce a sale that launched right now, like quite literally right now. And then we are going to have some random discussions and some talks and go over everything. But to introduce ourselves, my name is Dan. I'm the co-host of this show. 144 episodes in. Shout out to Big Red and Dynamite. I feel like they've been riding with us for every single one of those. And yeah, and normally I do have a hat on, but I got a little haircut this weekend. So, feeling confident. Got to show off that man lettuce up top. And then Nick is looking wildly colorful in the coolest way. And to introduce it over to Mr. Colorful over here, Nick, I know that hat. You got that one on vacation in Costa Rica?
Yes, man. The hat memory on this guy is just.
Now, what about the shirt? What's going on there?
New Necrogoblicon
is
the metal band. Yeah, they're on tour. This is one of their new. Everyone's doing these, like, I think just about every t-shirt company that we look at and we use has released like these kind of like pigment dyed, like tie-dye, half kind of single color tie-dye shirts. So all kinds of bands are releasing stuff on them, and like all kinds of stuff just in time for summer. So it's great. I'll destroy it all summer long, and then I'll cut the sleeves off of it and use it at the gym all winter. It's just, it's the circle of life for these things.
The shirt life cycle. And Jill, if you guys don't know, this is the co-owner and the person behind the scenes whipping up all the new products and the formulations and doing so much with shipping, so much with receiving, and helping every which way she possibly can. But she's also Nick's wife, and she says she loves when you wear a lot of color.
She does. She likes when I wear a lot of colors that I don't like wearing too, which I do sometimes, so there's like colors that if I'm in the right mood, I'll wear them, but there's certain ones I just don't like. Like, for some reason, I associate like tan colored shirts and stuff with just like dingy shirts. So for me, I'm always like, oh crap, nope, it's just the color of my shirt. And
even then your mom is like, who is this guy in place of my son?
I know. It's color. It's strategically placed, though. It is just like the people I work with only have 5 different names between Dan, Chris, Paul, or Tom, and then one that kind of floats around. But then it's like there's only certain colors, right? It's very calculated. It looks bright, but it's still okay.
Interesting.
Still okay. We're not getting too crazy here. We're not moving buildings.
No mohawk. I used to rock a faux hawk for a long time. I kept my hair about this length, pretty short. I like to go shorter in the summer.
You need
it. I did a mullet, and I loved it.
You need it. You need a mullet. It's like the mullet called. It wants your head back. It's like it's.
Timothy's right. What do we call your alter ego from the video, the ad that you did?
I forget what we were referring to.
It's like South Shore Simon or something. That's not it, but
no. So I mean, like, we can definitely just refer to him as Rick, because like I think that was that was a pretty good embodiment of one of my many alter egos that used to exist.
Yeah. In story time, we're gonna go hot ones. Sean Evans says explain the gram. We're gonna go to that real quick. Nick, you don't know what's coming here, but I would like you to explain this gram and possibly how it relates to our discussion.
Wow. So that was like a double entendre here. It's like, this is one of those pictures that could have like a sentence in the front of it and then another sentence on the other side of it. And like
Yep.
both of them make sense with like it being the last word or the first word.
Yep.
So there is Jill packing up a tour bus drop off of presents for a very stinky, very in need tour bus full of buddies of ours in this band. And there she is with shower products, which we just put on sale on the website at 25% off site wide for every shower product on the website.
Let's
From
go.
now until Father's Day. So it's like you got plenty of time to stock up and plenty of time to get stuff moving.
Yeah. And so yeah, two sides, just like Nick said, literally the perfect transition. One, it is pinned in the chat, but the shower products are 25% off on the website, meaning you can use codes with that as well. That's not something we're going to blast out to like the full email or the full texting list. This is kind of just for this community that we have online to let you guys know that you can do the codes on top. And then second, the shirt that Nick has on right now, this band likely, hopefully, but likely used these products today or yesterday on themselves. And we've talked about it before, but how, just like the quick versions, I guarantee some people, especially today, don't know the story. How did you get connected with them? And then how has this relationship like sustained? Because it seems it's been years, right?
Yeah. So hold on a second. What was the what was it? The Jill, name of his club in LA. Throw that 1720.
Wow.
So okay, we'll get to that point. Fast forward. So you look back like 12 years. Probably we're talking like 2014-ish, maybe. And so like around 2014, maybe, so 10, 11 years ago, this band and I ended up connecting over online about beer, of all things. They were going on tour and they wanted to brew like their own beer that they were going to be able to sell on tour. And ideally they wanted to like put it on tap at the venues they were playing at, but liquor licenses across states made it pretty impossible. But I ended up making them a pilot recipe for like their first beer that they ended up making. And then they ended up contract brewing it elsewhere, which was pretty cool. So the pilot recipe I made, though, we made it, bottled it, and we were completely illegally selling it at the merch tables, where if you bought a certain sticker, the sticker cost $20.
Oh yeah.
And if you went outside and you showed someone the sticker, they took the sticker and you got the beer. So it was like we were selling stickers for $20, and then if you happen to have one, it was like a social club, and we happened to be handing out beer that night. So we were trying to kind of weasel around it, and they took it on tour with them across the whole country. So I brewed beer in my backyard. It went onto a tour bus, and fans, hundreds of people, 240 of them exactly, bought this beer across state lines all over the country as a double IPA. It was great.
No way. I forgot about that little like barter system, like roundabout, like way around the law.
Classic.
Like,
and I was slinging it out of the back of their equipment trailer. So like they had like their van at the time. They weren't big enough to have like a bus. So they had like a van and like an equipment trailer. So there I was like behind like some amps, basically sitting there, just like handing people bottles of beer after the show backstage behind a metal venue. Like it was like, that was me, 2024. And I was also doing photography for the band at the time too, which was cool. But anyway, fast forward years and years and years, the band started their own label. They have a bunch of other bands running on it now. It's a super cool independent thing that they have going out in LA. Nice. He owns 1720 in East, where like, I think I forget where in the city it is, but it's super huge venue. I mean, lots of shows, lots of like EDM shows, lots of metal shows, tons of events. So my buddy Alex, he's their guitarist, writes most of their music these days, and is also kind of the band manager, and is kind of financially responsible for like all the growth and other stuff they've taken on with like the club and other things. So it's just kind of cool to watch them evolve. And it's like it started off as just kind of like fans of their music, kind of connecting about beer, complaining about liquor laws, saying screw it, let's do it. And then those tours in the early days, they used to just stay at our house. So they used to stay at my house, and I'd have air mattresses and couch cushions all over the floor. And we'd have like, 8 to 12 people sleeping across our house when they stopped off, and they got shit. Like they're all stoked to have laundry and showers, because they only had like budget for like two hotel stops on the road and the rest were truck stops, kind of thing. So it was nice to have a place. But now it's like we're flying out in July to go to Alex's wedding. He met his wife on tour up here, actually, when they were on tour at one of the shows that we were all at. He met his wife at Warped Tour when they were playing the Warped Tour here at the Xfinity Center. Great story there. I snuck in a full Jeep into that venue. People can't sneak beer into shows. I snuck in a Jeep, a barbecue, and 20 pounds worth of chicken. So come at me. But dude, this has been a wild journey with these guys over the years. It's been so cool. But yeah, now we're flying out to their wedding next month out in LA. That's going to be a cool deal. And it's just been really, really neat. We've like kind of, he gifted me one of their tour guitars for our wedding when we got married, the 7-string Ibanez. It's been awesome. But I mean, we've flown around the country going to like shows together before. We've gone to Vegas a couple times together. We've had weird adventures across California, Nevada state lines. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's crazy. Like the interesting paths you get from just like the most random encounters with people sometimes.
100%. And JB just got in some fresh shampoo. Nice. And again, guys, they're all marked down. What's up, Arden? And he said, Jason said, all the stickers everywhere kind of looks like CBGBS.
Hell yeah. GBs. It does. Yep. It does. And it's CBGBs. Yeah. It's like, that was a big ass, super famous venue for a long time. That place has got documentaries about it on Netflix.
Okay.
But 1720 is going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those generational venues out in LA where it's like lots of bands are getting discovered there. Lots of people that don't play anymore are coming back out and doing things there that they don't do anywhere else because they get to work with Alex to do it, which is cool.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. While I pose the next topic, if you could in the chat, what shower products have you tried from Dr. Nick's? And then most importantly, are there shower products that you have already reordered? Meaning there's something that you tried, spent your hard-earned money on, and you were like, yep, this needs to be in my life. I want to hear, because we were just talking like the beard wash is selling really well. It's like, oh, yeah, amazing. And then it's like some people, it's the only face wash they use. And then we just finished a body wash. And so it's like, what are you guys really using? And so I want to make sure. Nice. Look at Big Red said he got one the day of the CT Expo, left it there, had to reorder. Oh no. Well, at least there's more of them. But here, real quick, do you know this songwriter? It's not exactly your genre, but I don't even know exactly how to say his last name. But do you know this songwriter by chance? So very interesting guy in story. And so he's written some just like absolute huge, like kind of pop hits. Like if you know the Ghost of You by Justin Bieber, he wrote that. He is written let me see, John, let's go. The
only thing I know about Justin Bieber songs is that whenever you don't rack your weights at the gym, he writes another one.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, he's written for Justin Bieber, Memories by Maroon 5, Liar and Shameless by Camila Cabello, and then Halsey. He's written for Chance the Rapper. He's written, so one of his biggest is Monster by Rihanna and Eminem.
That's cool.
He's written for Zed, Jason Derulo, Katy Perry, Selena Gomez. Wow. I mean, just huge.
He's done tons of writing on other people's stuff. That's crazy.
The main thing he does is he is all time low. Yes. Yep. That's exactly who he is, Jill. So he does sing, he does music himself, but he's like one of the most prolific writers that no one knows about.
That's kind of cool. Like one of those, it's like no one knows that he's behind like half the stuff on the radio at any given moment.
Like literally exactly. The only one that's like more prolific than him is Benny Blanco, who's an actual genius. If you ever hear him speak, oh my gosh, that dude will, especially if you understand music, which I don't, but he will blow your mind away. But this guy was on top of the world. Huge hits. And then for the last 7 years, gone. Nothing. Gone. Disappeared. Well, he's starting to come out of why, and he's doing it in a very, very different way, which reminded me of all the stuff you were just talking about. So number one, he was fighting to get his masters and to get all of the rights to all of his music, and it took him 6 years to do so, but he got all of his rights to his music, the originals, all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
And he's been making a new album. And the way that he has been able to release it, oh yeah, Moose says he loves him. Yeah, he's great. The way he's been able to release it is the opposite of modern music, and I'll explain. He posted to like Twitter just a screenshot of a link that you needed to physically type in a browser. And what it gave you was a YouTube video that was 20 minutes long, unskippable, and was just pure songs all put together. No separation. They were different songs.
What video? No video?
There was a video that was of behind the scenes action of him writing all this stuff and getting it all together.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And essentially
like a montage of the making of.
Yes.
Cool.
And so exactly. And so he was like, I want this. Everything's instant now. You stream a whole season. An album gets released. You get here. He goes, if it's good, it's worth waiting a little bit for. And so he said, I want you to type it in the address bar. I want it to be cryptic. I'm releasing things on forums across the internet that some of them no one's even discovered yet. And it's just waiting for you guys to find them in chat rooms. And he's doing like all this like super 2000s like approach to music. And he's like,
it's cool.
People are calling and begging for some nostalgia and to get away from this instant gratification and scrolling. And I was like, that takes so much guts to do that. And I love it.
Dude, I love that concept. And the more and more of it's coming back, like I'm trying to bring a bunch of that back in my everyday life. It's funny you bring it up. It's not. I was just talking about it the other day. So go figure, like usual. But I was just talking about this with somebody about like video game cartridges yesterday. It just kicked off a whole conversation with Jack and Jill at home. But dude, I'm with you. I'm with that guy. Like, make things like, in the world of everything being completely exposed and like everything, like you said, full seasons getting released. You can binge everything. You can consume it however you want. Like, I like the metered consumption idea sometimes.
Yeah.
I do. And like the 90s has been working its way back into things randomly. The other day I was sitting there I was troubleshooting this. I'm trying to suck in all this data from a big healthcare provider on the cybersecurity side of things that I do, and there was this. We weren't getting something coming through. The guy's showing me on the screen share. He's like, "Look, right here. Like I checked the box. The check is in the box. Like it says it should be working." He's like, "It says it's sending like 60,000 messages a second." I'm like, "Well, I can promise you it's not. I'm getting like 4 a minute. Like so." 4 a minute here, 60,000 a second there. Something in the middle is not adding up by like a lot. And so I'm like, and we got like 12 people on this call. I'm like, you know what? Just do me a favor real quick. Just pull that cartridge out and blow on the bottom of it for me. Stick it back in there real quick. He's like, do you mean uncheck the box, save it, and check the box again? I was like,
my
yeah.
gosh.
I'm like, yes, exactly. Do that. He's like, oh God. He's like, I think we grew up doing the same thing in life. And like, it just broke the whole tension on the whole call of everyone being frustrated. And everyone got to talking about how frustrating VHS tapes and video game cartridges and crap used to be.
Yeah.
It was great.
No, I had my computer yesterday. I was working at the airport doing some stuff, and I hit something and my keyboard wouldn't work. And I'm like Googling on my phone how to get it work. I'm like, what button did I push? What combination did I do? And I was like, nope, I'm not even looking this up anymore. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. See if that helps. Completely fine. Worked perfectly.
Yep. I used to work with this guy named Paul Vu. He was Vietnamese. And he used to put an additional ED at the end of rebooted. So if he rebooted something, he thought the verb was rebooted.
Oh.
He didn't know that was past tense, but he knew that Ed was past tense. So he'd say rebooted it. Oh. So every time he'd say it, he'd be like, Nick, I rebooted it and it still didn't work. And I'm like, Paul, you rebooted it? And he's like, I rebooted it. And like, it's like, it was just the best back and forth. Like, he had no concept that there was like you're doing that twice was something you couldn't really explain.
It's got a little flow to it though.
But dude, it works. It's even with the wrong vernacular.
Yeah.
Once in a while, man, the computers just need a nice little. They just need a little nappy.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, before we hit the random wheel of tangents, it's been a while since we've had Cracker Nasty. We had some reflections. We've had some other stuff. It's been a hot minute since we've gotten a real wheel. Is there anything else going on with Dr. Nick's? Anything else going? This isn't even a leading question, just genuine. Anything else going on with Dr. Nick's? Nick's life? Anything else before we hit the random wheel, or is it time?
Dude, lots of stuff in the wood shop has been great this time of year, which is good. We've been able to I've been actually able to get I decided to challenge myself, and I made myself take on 2 projects that were kind of paid commissions for things that people needed that were multiples of the same thing that had a deadline. And I did it on top of everything else I do because I wanted to force myself to figure out the little things and the kinks that were keeping things from being smooth and working well down there. And I did. So, for example, I made a whole bunch of door hangers, busy, not busy door hangers, stay in, stay out kind of private signs for our friends' medical practice. And it's kind of a cool building and a cool practice. And so she wanted something kind of artsy, and all the stuff you get on Etsy that you want artsy is 1/4 inch. It's super duper thin. And so I over-engineered some really cool ones.
You?
No. Yeah. I went a little, it was weird. I did. I went out of my comfort zone and I went a little overboard with something. And I'm confident though that if somebody was angry in this building and slammed the door, you're definitely breaking the door jamb if this thing gets caught before you're breaking the paddle.
Now, what is it? It's wood or metal?
Yeah, I made them out of just plywood.
Okay, nice.
It's they look like skateboard decks on the side, but faced fronts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think actually, if we want, I could pull them up here.
Yeah, do it.
Hold on.
Now, is doing woodworking therapeutic for you or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hugely.
I thought so.
And I think I got to make sure I can flip through this here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new, real quick, new folder.
In chat, put in the chat 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being career expert. How good are you with woodworking? 1 being you don't ever do it. You didn't even have wood shop class in high school. You've got nothing. 10 being you're Ron Swanson. Where
building boats?
Yeah. Where do you fall on that spectrum? I would say I'm like a 4 and Sam is a 7. But I'll go 4 for me. I can do some stuff. We've built stuff around the house. We've done some different things. I'm good. I'm really good with angles. It's one area Sam's not good with, like crown molding. I did the crown molding in our house, and Sam just can't wrap her head around just like the angles to do the cuts. But I'm not that good. We watch we've started a new travel couple that we watch on YouTube called Endless Adventure. Shout out to them. And they're very good with wood stuff. Very, very good. All right, solid 3 for Joe. Okay, nice. 3, Moose is a 6, Timothy's a 7. All right, Jason's a 5. I've been compared to Ron, but not for woodworking. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
beautiful.
That. Okay.
Yeah, so for these guys, again, it was just pretty simple deal. So that's just a 24 by 24 piece of plywood. And so I took some semi-transparent stain, took some epoxy pigment, put it in the stain, mixed it up. And so it kind of gives it a blue wash, and it's soaked into the wood. So it's not like it's painted on there. It won't scratch or anything. You can scratch through it a bit. But that eventually put it through the CNC, and I did V-carved letters on it and just kind of straight cut sides. Let's see, get through. But that's kind of what the sheet looks like when you cut them all out in the CNC, and you just make it do the same thing over and over again. So you get a whole sheet of them, and then you program it so you can tell the machine which way you're flipping it. So if you're flipping it from left to right or up to down,
okay,
and then it cuts the back sides of them for you. But that's what it looks like when it's done. Again, just way over thick, way overdone, because why not? And it's they end up looking really, really cool, and they end up kind of being a little bit of a conversation piece for people when they.
I was gonna say, what an impression! what a cool thing, so simply to be able to do. And you're right, it does look like a skateboard deck on the side.
Yeah, and they have, and their customers are widely, you know, men. It's a mental health practice, so it's therapists, and his colors are kind of white and wood and blue. So it kind of went with the theme of what he has. So it's like it's one of those things where, like, you know, they were just frustrated. They're like, we just wanted to get something simple online, and everything you buy is like an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch thin. They're gonna break in the door, and like the letters are only half glued on, and they come off. Like, everything's from Indonesia and cheap, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, they'll be a little too expensive, but it'll be worth it, and you'll only have to buy them once. Buy once, cry once.
Dude, there's a whole market that is screaming for this for you with everything you just said. You should be hitting up every single vasectomy practice that's known to man and think about how they need those, and just think about the irony in it being like wood, and they're going there like that. But it's the men that are going there like, hey, you got a market there.
And you know, the best part about the CNC machine is I can make them any shape I'd like.
Oh my God. Wow.
Beauty in subtext, ladies and gentlemen. Beauty in the subtext. But so I think everyone should probably everyone. I'm gonna get the eyes.
No, I like it. I like it.
There is but how are we gonna show everybody the 3D stuff? How should we do that?
I don't know.
Save it. We'll save it
because
more to come. Because the video comes through like crap. We have
audio played on mine.
We'll have a good way of showing it. Yeah, we'll do a video. We'll do an audio free version for the stream.
What shape were you thinking of? Like a triangle?
What, you know, I was thinking more of like, you know, they have well, I mean, like, you know, you go to those places so you can party more, right? So maybe like balloons, like, you know, like a balloon with like the string on the balloon.
I was trying to think of witty ideas.
Like birthday and like parties, right? With balloon shapes.
All of my ideas went way left. Like I was like, I can do this. I can dance. Nope, that one's bad.
No,
that one's worse.
I tried to think of like a couple of really good ones that were kind of half appropriate real quick, but all of them fell into the don't say it bucket real fast.
Big time. Big time.
Like some of them had kind of like an initial positive reaction, but they had a very much like a hard no finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah. Initially it was good. And then, yeah.
You're like, maybe. And now, then like, no, probably not.
And I promise I won't go into TMI, but that was one of my most bizarre experiences in life, was having that procedure done.
It is a weird procedure. It's like it's a weird thing. It's like a very strange human experience.
It is. And for those of you that haven't lived this, you can live vicariously through my vasectomy. Again, I promise.
And me, both. We can, this is fine.
Yep. I won't cross any lines. So you guys are okay. So the craziest thing to me, and it's necessary, it's how it has to be, is just how nonchalant and how like, boom, professional they were. So I had a young male doctor, and then it was like a young female nurse. And essentially he was like, all right, yep, go ahead and drop it. And she was in there, and I was just like right now. And he was like, yep. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so then I like lay down.
One of those we're all adults moments.
Yeah. And then the craziest thing was they obviously have to dress the area, you know, to make sure everything's sterile and clean. And it was the sheet that they placed down that had essentially I'm laying, and then the sheet goes over me, and it's sticky, so it'll stay in place, but it has a circle out of the middle missing. And then to appropriately place the sheet, it was just bang, boom, plop, and it's just business. And they're full out talking to me about YouTube while this is going on. Yeah.
The conversation, I think, is what really gets me. Is like the you know, like.
Yeah.
I think I've had more attention, like, to, you know, in my mind, I think I've had like more attention to detail paid from like my buddy prepping my leg for like a tattoo than I did from like that experience.
Yeah.
You know,
very nonchalant.
Very much like this was like, you know how you go to some places and like you go to like get your oil changed somewhere, and they're like, you got like a guy, it's like the guy's son that's like on the sign, like he's been changing oil with his dad forever. And then you go to like a Jiffy Lube, right? And you got some kid out of high school and he's like yelling at his buddy down there, and he's like it's like he's playing football with like your oil cap.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows? And it feels so very not personal, like
Right.
that's the difference there. I feel
it was
the Meineke
bizarre
of medical processes.
And I'll tell you the weirdest thing of mine in a second, but Timothy said it got canceled 2 days prior to COVID, or due to COVID. Waited 6 months, still hasn't gone back.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a sign, or it could be time.
Tempting fate.
Either way, I'm very happy with it just because of the lack of worry. Where if Sam were, let's say, to get pregnant, it would be very traumatizing on her mental health if that would happen. And so to be extra sure, we both had our procedures done. So we are double safe.
Double done.
We are double down. But the weirdest thing for me is when the procedure was going on, they have to operate on 2 sides, right? They got to operate on both sides. He operated on the first, nothing, felt nothing, easy, great to go. He then went to go to the second side, and the second he touched it, it was like, oh no, hey, woo, full fireworks down there. Yep, feel it. And he was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll wait a couple of minutes. We don't know why, but on a lot of these, one side communicates to the other side like, hey, something's about to happen. And that happened to me. He simply waited, and then after a couple of minutes went back in, totally fine. Didn't feel it. But when he first went to that other side, and he did not apply more numbing cream or shots or anything, it just a few minutes went by, it was good. But when he went to the other side, it was like, hey-o, whoa. And it was fine, though.
Dude, my dude was like 7 feet tall. He was like a crane operator. He didn't even have to go from one side of the table to the other. He just leaned over.
Oh,
dang. It was like, oh yeah. It was like bam, bam. Like he might as well have just been like snapping me in my leg with 2 rubber bands, and then he was like, peace, high five, and he walked out.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like he was late for golf. He's like, listen, it's I don't know what day it is, but I got to get out of here and go get a golf. And
Brewer closed his eyes. I think my eyes were open. I don't remember though.
My eyes were definitely open.
Yeah, I think mine, but I wasn't looking. Heck no, I wasn't looking. Oh, okay, here's a good question. This is for the chat too.
Straight up.
Yeah. All right. This is for the chat. I think you and I just talked about this. Go figure. But when you guys are having something done, let's say it's a blood draw, let's say it's stitches, let's say it's some kind of medical procedure, do you watch or do you look away? Jill
no.
and Sam have to watch.
Sam
watches every aspect of it. I'm everywhere else, nowhere near what's going on.
No, and Jill hates it, but she does it. She has to.
Why?
It's like I don't get it. She's like, I'm like, how do you do that? She's like, oh, I don't know, I hate it. And I'm like, well, why do you do it then? She's like, oh, I don't know, I have to.
Oh, yeah, I can't watch even blood draws, which I get my blood drawn semi-regularly to keep up on my numbers. I don't watch. I'm fine. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother me
too.
I look at the wall.
You can take a quart of blood out of me, like at Red Cross. Don't even like, they're like, you need to sit down for a second and have some candy. I'm like, I don't need sugar. See you later.
Yeah,
and I'm out of there. But like, I'm fine.
There is a poll right now already, you guys. If you want to check out the chat there. I already did it. Yeah, I already had it running. Do you watch the medical procedures or nope? And so, yeah, I don't pass out or anything. I just don't. I feel it more. I feel the pain more if I watch it. If you distract me, like if you're gonna do something bad, tell me you're gonna count down to 3 and do it on 2. Give me the surprise.
100%.
Give me the surprise.
Yeah, please. Like, you know what? If you know how to do your job, do your job. Like, get your shit done. But that should not be dependent on me being excited about it. Like, you need to know the tricks of the trade. Like, if you're working with dogs, like, you know how to trick a dog into like being distracted and like doing something. And the dog's like, I don't really care about that much because you gave me a treat. Like, I want to the golden retriever my way through some experiences in life. And I expect a certain amount of distraction and bribery.
Yeah. Now, tattoos are different for me. I can watch the tattoo, no problem.
Oh, tattoos are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only part of a tattoo I actually don't like, there is a part of tattoos I
What's
won't
that?
watch.
When
And
he
it's a
wipes off the
weird,
blood?
no.
No.
Oh, with his 80 grit paper towels. Sorry. If you're watching, your special order 80 grit paper towels.
The cheapest brawny paper towel of all
No,
time.
they're not even brawny. They're like Brady's.
Yeah.
They're like off-brand knockoff, like
That's
phony
a fact.
bounty.
And they
They're like
always have a
Founty.
heavy hand too. They're always
No, you know what? They're bounties, but with only one thing on the B, so it's pounties. They're like these fake.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want those.
Yep.
No, what I don't like watching is because the needle, you can see how far it comes out of the machine, right? I don't like when they go over a place that doesn't look like you have that thick of skin
That's true.
between the machine and bone or tendon.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I feel like maybe they're tattooing like my bone or my tendons.
You don't know. They still could be.
And I don't like it. And my buddy Bob's like, nah, you're fine. And I'm like, you're not a medical professional. Like, you don't, I'm pretty sure, like, name that part you're tattooing under the skin there, quick.
Right.
Like, you might not be able to do it. And so, like, you know, there's a spot on the knee, right? Like, when it gets up here, like the
that
knee,
corner.
like, there's like, you can, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like a tap on a, you know, there's no skin there. Like, how is there this much skin there?
Quick tendon tat.
I'm serious. Like if you pull off all the skin, I'm pretty sure there's like some oopsies on some knuckles and some bones and a couple of joints and on some tendons. There's something to it.
I believe it. I believe it. Okay. This actually surprised me. You guys surprise me often. That's why I like asking. 2/3 of the chat likes to watch. 1/3 does not watch. So we're in the minority.
Sickos.
I can't. Yeah. Oh, and then I randomly, it's probably with my like leg mess ups and stuff. I have on my left shin, I have a giant vein now that pops up over my shin bone.
Yeah.
Just in the last year. I've never had that before.
It's because you're getting old.
Oh, don't tell me that, dude.
Yeah. This is what starts making you lumpy. This is it's coming. It starts with the veins. Then it starts with the ear. Well, no, it starts with the ear hair. You're already there. You're already shaving that off. Check box number 1. And then take a slip and slide, shoots and ladders, run down to real quick varicose veins on the leg. And you're thinking like, I can laser some of those out. And you talk to your doctor and he's like, probably not. And then next thing you know, boom, hairy, lumpy, old, everything hurts.
Okay.
I'm gonna go help Dennis move something heavy later. Probably get hurt doing that.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, let's pop over. We got about 20 minutes left. Yes, 40 minutes have passed by already, but 20 minutes left here for a random wheel of tangents. No even setup. We do have a chat, call it. So if you guys have some topics you want to talk about, we'll be ready. And Jill says, don't feel bad, Dan. I got a mean one in the back knee ditch, and it's all spidery too.
Yeah, she's got her old lady vein back there.
Okay, yeah. Well, thanks, Jill. That does help. Thank you. Nick was trying to tear me down. Well, Jill's building me up, so appreciate it.
No, just, reality. It sucks,
We are getting older every day. That is true.
Just
all right. Here we go, guys. Big Red said, everything already hurts. Like, are we going to go chat calls it right away? Okay. You guys have zero time to prep or prepare.
Yeah.
Who has a tangent you would like to hear our thoughts on and the chat's thoughts on, such as, do you watch blood procedures? And that was what we just got done discussing. But yeah, the blood draw, like Moose said, I'll have a conversation with them. I'll be looking at posters, and I don't get weird with it. Like I'm super normal. My name's Jeff. What's up, Jeff? and so I go like normal, but I do not want to watch. I don't even want to, and I'm not like, I'm fine with blood, but I don't want to see that vial filling up with my blood while they're doing it.
So, what's funny too? I'm actually like, I'm okay actually seeing the thing fill up. I'm not okay seeing the stream go into the thing to fill it up from the bottom. If like, it's like filling from the top and it's like going up like this. No bueno for me. If the thing's upside down and it's filling from the bottom and it's just rising up, For some reason, no problem.
Okay.
It's the
Interesting.
stream of blood for some reason. The airborne going through the tube, fine.
Huh.
So if you really think about it, I guess my problem is airborne streams of blood, which is weird because I'm a huge Guar fan from, you know what I mean? I went to so many shows just squirting blood all over everybody. You think I'd be immune to it.
Okay.
But nope.
All right.
Sadly.
Baker says, I hate when people walk and text, especially at work. Well, I just left the airport yesterday, and then I was also at the airport on Saturday. And you want to talk about, and I get it, right? They're trying to find their families, members, and coordinate rides and stuff.
Oh,
but the
boy.
amount of people walking and texting that have no concept of anyone around them,
It's bad.
It's bad. The airport's the worst I've seen. And that's funny you say that, Baker, because that actually came to mind for me. And it's bad. It's real bad. Yeah.
Place and time.
Right. I agree.
If I have a choice between walking from here to there, standing here and sending a text and then getting from here point A to point B, is it like a busy point A to point B? Am I going to be like bumping into people? The kind of questions you'd ask yourself, like, could I walk through this area where I'm about to walk through with a blindfold on and not hit anybody? If it's like a sidewalk down the road, no one's around, sure, probably. If it's a mall or like an airport or like a busy transit terminal of some sort, chances are no.
Right.
So maybe bad time to walk with your face down.
Yeah. And some people are fine. We got to be fair on this. Some people do just have unbelievable spatial awareness and peripheral scanning and all this stuff, and they can do it. But some people, their brain just goes, zoom, and that's their whole world. And nothing else exists.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But I can't talk about Mobland though, because no.
No super spoilers.
No spoilers.
I do think because there are going to be some people that relate to you. We got about 30 people in here right now, which is freaking awesome.
So mad.
General thoughts on the finale of Last of Us and Mobland. I've never seen either, but are you happy? Was it amazing? Was it disappointing? Are you like hanging on a cliff? Where's your emotional state?
Okay, so one of them pissed me off. I was like, no. I was like, that's not how you end this. I was like, that's a stupid way to end this. And here's what I'm going to do too, to not give spoilers. Actually, I'm not going to tell you which opinions about which one.
I like
it. Don't think you're going to get anything out of me, little spoiler seekers.
Little spoiler birds.
So one of them pissed me off real good. I was like, there's no way that was the finale. Okay. And I wasn't happy about it. And the other one, the finale was so much not a finale that Jill and I planned our last Sunday night around watching the finale, only to sit down and to turn it on and to realize that we had in fact watched the finale the week before. We were like, all right, finale is going to kill it. And we get down, we talked about it all week. We just didn't look it up because we didn't want spoilers. And we get down, we sit down, and it was like, nope, that was it. And we're like, imagine figuring out, like, thinking like, okay, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that? What's going to happen with this? And then all of a sudden, like, wait, nothing happens. Nothing happens with any of it. And so one of them pissed me off, and one of them was so bad that I didn't even know it was a finale.
Wow.
So mad.
Wow.
So mad.
Wow. Jill says they both could have used one more episode, but one was real rude about it.
And she's still yelling. She's, but one was real rude about it.
Dude, that's like a pit in your stomach. That's like waiting to get home and being like, ooh, I'm going to get the best kiss ever from my wife. And then like, she's not there. And you're like, what's going on? She's like, no, I told you this morning was like the big kiss before you go on the trip. And it's like, I was waiting.
It's like, you're not going to be there.
All right, drop in the chat, guys. Jill wants to know, what are you guys watching? What shows are you watching on TV? And break it on down. Let's hear it.
What's up with that?
Okay, let's spin it.
With that, Joe?
There's some good ones on here today. Some thought-invoking conversational ones. Ooh, this is a good one. Ooh, this is a good one. You don't know what it is. Okay. Here we go. What is your irrational fear that you know makes no sense, but you can't shake. So I'll give you Sam's. Sam's is frogs. She is deathly afraid of frogs. Like,
interesting.
Full blown panic meltdown if there's a slimy, slippery frog. And she knows it's silly. She fully knows it, but she can't control it.
Has that been like her whole life?
I think so. Yeah, as long as I've known her.
She didn't watch that movie Frogs and then all of a sudden not like frogs, huh?
I don't know. I don't know, but
because I almost didn't like frogs after that movie, and I like frogs.
Yeah, so it's frogs. I'll have to think of mine. What is something that I fear but is just completely irrational?
Fear that's irrational. Okay. Well, maybe it's not irrational. I don't know. I'm not scared of much. The only thing that makes me panic, I can think of one thing that comes to mind. It comes to mind pretty quick. Like, for some reason, being in a body of water, right? Like, being in a body of water without anything like around you, I'm totally fine with. So long as I don't run out of breath or get exerted too much, or like have to like cough on someone and then like get back to normal breathing from being exerted or choking like out in open water. Like, that freaks me out because I have, growing up as a kid with asthma, like in the water is where I've had some nasty asthma issues, so like there's been times where I find myself like into fear, right, is not being able to like get back to normal breathing, right? And then that affecting your ability to like get to wherever you need to go. That's where my head goes. So it's like not super irrational because asthma, open body of water being exerted, you could definitely die. But I guess like, but it comes into play though at the stupidest moments, like when the irrational part, I guess, kicks in. Like if I'm wakeboarding, right? And say like I'm up for like a while and I eat it, or I just decide I'm done and let go of the rope, and the boat doesn't notice for a minute, right? Like the boat doesn't notice that I let go or whatever. And so like I'm floating, I'm tired, I'm laying on my back, I got the board. And then like sometimes something will happen where like you'll struggle to get your boot off of the board, or like something will happen and the boat's not there. You're just floating in the water and your feet are stuck in something. And like, you're all of a sudden having a hard time breathing. Like, how am I going to get upright to get breathing again is your thought. So like, in my adult life, I can really just count on probably one hand the times I've had like a panic fear moment, and they've all been that.
Interesting. And it's like such like a small aspect of your life that like is not going to happen.
But it's like what's an irrational fear, and you think about it, like every time I've done it, I'm like, you're fine. Like the boat's right there. You have a life vest on. You're laying on your back. Just lay there. Like, and it's one of you're telling yourself, you're like, yeah, but what if? You know?
No, I hear you. Yeah, Vaughn, mine's similar. He said something happened to his wife or kids, and like I get that, and I don't know if that even qualifies as irrational. It's
that's
kind
true.
of rational, but
I don't think that's irrational. It's 2025.
Yeah, but the odds of something happening are probably so extremely low. For me, my when you and I like how you prefaced it by like what gives you panic. For me, and I think some people would be able to relate, is the only times I've actually ever felt any like heavy chest or felt like panic is like the fear of not being able to provide for my family.
Oh yeah.
Even though I know that's not rational. I know how hard I work. I know how skilled I am at the things that I do. And I know that if anything ever did happen with anything I do, there would be a pivot. There would be a way to go. I would but that's literally the only thing that I can, like you said, in my adult life, a small amount of times, that's the only times of panic. It's all irrational. There wasn't even a reason. It's not even like I was like fired or
I don't know though. I don't know. I don't think that's like, that doesn't really fall into irrational though. Like I don't think so. I mean, I mean, I've heard from some of the most successful people I know that like, having a healthy bit of panic and fear, wondering if you've made a mistake doing what you're doing every day is like a healthy fear to have if you're an entrepreneur, right? So it's like, I think that's a healthy way of like questioning stuff, kind of maybe. I don't know. It's like, and same with like something happening to your kids. Like, I think it's like I'm terrified of something ever happened to like Jack or Jill or irrational fear. Like, is it irrational fear that I'm like, I definitely am too close to the dog we have with us currently, sir.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm way too good friends with him. Like, dogs don't live forever. I'm way too
Yeah.
close to him. What if something happens? Right? Like, that's I think
rational.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
all kind of falls into like that's real stuff that could
All
go
right.
wrong.
I got mine. And this is legit. I legit get like shaky around bacon bits.
Bacon bits.
I love bacon. I think, and this is one of those like super foggy memories, I think I like violently threw up as a kid after eating bacon bits, and it's like stuck with me. I'm
Like
not kidding.
salad bar bacon bits.
Exactly. Yes.
You
Like
went to a Ruby Tuesdays as a child,
probably.
and you ate a plate full of bacon bits.
Yeah, we don't have bacon bits in our house. Like, I'm that serious about it. Like, I'll eat bacon every day. I love bacon. But if it comes in a container and is like dried up bits, that and again, I know I'm fine. I love bacon. I know it's gonna be great. But it's like I see them and it's like a little sweaty, like a little panicky.
Interesting. Wait,
Yep.
what was that brand of those things? Like, you have the real bacon bits that are like actual chunked up bacon. What were the ones that they sold like in like the herb aisle at the grocery store, like non-refrigerated hard bacon bits, like the red ones?
Bacon pieces.
Were they called
McCormick.
Bako? Were they like Bacos? Bako. Yeah, McCormick bacon pieces. Okay, fine. Yeah.
But it was more like the round it was like this kind of container. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna find this.
Let's find the source of your evil. Your pits are sweating right now looking at this, aren't they?
It is. It was kind of like this, but that's not the brand. But it's that container is what brings it must have been McCormick.
That must have been it. Yeah, the Badia. That'd be like the bottom of the barrel bacon bits. Bottom barrel bacon bits. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, right. Good luck. So yeah, that's one for me. They freak me out. They freak me out.
So like, okay, we're going to irrational fears. Like maybe I do have a good one. Maybe teeth. Like the dentist freaks me out. So like I can't be involved helping Jack with his loose teeth as a 12-year-old.
I don't like the wiggly teeth either.
No, won't touch them.
Yep.
Help me with my loose tooth? No. Like
yeah,
that's
what
grabbing it with a paper towel and like shaking your head around real quick is for, and then telling me about it. Like don't come at me with your loose teeth. I don't want to see them. And you know what? I figured out what it is too. It's not so much teeth that I'm worried about. It's the relationship between teeth and gums.
Dude.
I don't like the concept.
She loves the wiggly teeth too. And I'm like, don't even show me. Don't even show me the wiggly teeth.
Thank God for these women because literally like they're like, spider. And we're like to the rescue. And they're like, wiggly tooth with little strands of flesh attached to it. And they're like, yeah, no big deal. Give me that.
I was in Orlando for the weekend. Sam texts me a picture of a spider on the wall and says, help. It's so exactly. But yeah, I don't want to see your little dangly tooth. I don't like that. Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. And what it is I don't like the fact that they're hard things that are stuck in fleshy things. I don't like the gum tooth relationship spectrum.
It's a weird one.
That doesn't do it for me at all. Would have made a terrible dentist.
Ew, leave.
Just vomit everywhere.
Vomit?
Yeah, just all over everything. It'd be like, Doc, I had this happen to my what? Like, okay, what are we working with here?
All right, so question.
Lost a lot of weight. Well, I haven't been able to keep anything down since I started going to dental school.
It's the new Ozempic. Oh my God. All right, moving on. Dental school, the new weight loss. So I receive the most compliments in my life, tenfold at any barber or beauty expo I go to. It's like the industry understands what goes into a beard like yours and I, and they just know it, and they just profusely compliment. And sometimes they're very odd. The things and the ways they compliment me are very, very odd. Now, of course, sometimes they'll say it in like a sexual leaning because it's a bunch of women that are in their group and like cackling to each other and stuff. Not talking about that. It's the ones that are like, wow. Like I had a lady this weekend tell me that my beard reminded her of her old couch.
Whoa.
Now, there was a way that I could have taken that would have been the like first kind of compliment I was just talking about. You guys
To be
can
fair, your beard is the exact color of Jill's granddad's recliner that we have in our house. Like
I don't know if you're sarcastic or
no,
not.
I'm not. It's like
Okay.
brown with a little bit of it's brown and gray, and it's like it literally is the exact same color pattern.
So I think, judging by her tone, I think that was the tone rather than like the idea of sitting on a couch. And I'll just leave that there, right? Of how it reminds her. But
Easy.
That was and I only said it because Jill's cracking up.
She said that about the recliner looking like your beard because I am spot on.
It's a beautiful recliner. Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you.
Beautiful.
But that was an odd one. Like,
stands the test of time.
I don't know if anyone's had that compliment in the history of the world that a beard reminded them of their old couch.
No, that's a one-off. Like you're not gonna tell someone that and have someone be like, oh man, yeah, I get that all the time.
Right.
Like you're not gonna get that.
Jill, I do compliment women on their eyebrows when they stand out to me. Because I know like how much Sam cares about her eyebrows, and that if people compliment her eyebrows, that's like a really nice thing to her. So I have complimented that before.
Huh.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh man, one time Jill and I were in line at the airport on Kauai, and some woman asked if we were athletes because I had amazing calves.
Ooh, that's good. You do.
Yeah. I mean, didn't tell her she was wrong.
Right. You didn't argue with her.
No. I said thank you. I was very polite.
So is this a compliment Leo received? I don't think that you're an intellectual, so like a different play on intellectual. I think you're very nice. What were they getting at there?
If someone was saying that to him, it's because they're saying it slow. Like, I don't think you're an intellectual. I think you're very nice.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, that's definitely not a compliment.
No.
Leo.
Interesting.
If we want to throw that on the compliment or not scale, definitely falling into not. I'll throw that into underhanded insult.
Yeah.
That's like telling someone like, ooh, it's a good thing you're pretty.
Baker says, nice beard from my proctologist.
Was he looking at your face at the moment?
Oh, man. Are we at a weird time slot today?
Listen.
Yeah, what beard was he looking at?
I didn't say it. You highlighted the comment. You highlighted the comment. I just read what I see here. I'm just asking innocent questions.
It was a compliment.
Could have been in the other room.
Dang, Leo, you're holding on to wow. I don't remember many interactions from junior high. So you got me there. Okay, let's do one more. I remember getting pushed off of monkey bars and breaking my arm in middle school. Like that's about the only junior high moment I have. There you go. All right. He said, Baker, all right. No, not chat calls it. We got to get another one here. Come on, Wheel. All right, well, I'm removing you. You don't even get a chance anymore. You broke my trust. Yep, you broke my trust. It's going to start. Oh, it is raining here today, isn't it? All right.
Which here? I should ever got another one. Just dupe.
Did I not remove that?
You didn't. Oh, you probably removed the wrong ones. We have the wrong ones got removed.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that just gets even more interesting. Okay.
Where are we at?
I like this one. I was thinking about this one while I was flying because there was a dad and his son that were near me. And he was like giving him all the worldly advice and all this stuff. And I was thinking, what advice would I give myself as an 18-year-old? And I do have my answer. If I could like bottle it all up, obviously like do what you love, blah, blah, blah. So my biggest thing at 18, if I could have helped my life, is stop worrying about others. That was my biggest thing. I was so concerned with trying to impress people. I was so concerned with how people viewed me. I was so concerned with others that, and this is strangers, this is girls I was trying to get, this was my parents, this was so many other things. It consumed me at like 18 to kind of like 21, 22, I kind of busted out of it. That would be my biggest thing, is looking back, is stop worrying about others. I would lie. I was just so dumb, just trying to do what I thought people wanted me to be and tried to act in a certain way. And it just always got me in trouble. And the second I dropped that, it was like my life took off. And I couldn't have been happier since. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if it's possible to make that adjustment back then, but that is what I would strongly tell myself.
Oh man, I have two answers to that question, and one of them is very similar to yours. One of them strongly relates to my idea that the coloring book of success has no lines anymore. That statement, and I would have a version of that to my 18-year-old self, and just like, don't chase someone else's definition of success.
Yes.
Like, you have more time than you think, and you won't be happy when you get there if you're doing what someone else wants you to do.
Yep.
So it's like, I think, and I would have taken a drastically different course. Or the more cynical piece of advice, if you were to say that, what would be the one word you would say to yourself if you could look back at your 18-year-old self, and it would be a very emphatic run. Just run.
I like it.
You know what I mean. Run.
If you're actually speaking to your 18-year-old
You're
self,
actually listening. Just run.
Well,
don't even
like,
pack. Just leave.
NF has like a whole album where he's speaking to himself back then as like an 18-year-old, and he's like going back and forth with it, where he's kind of like that. He's like, run. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you know what I mean. And it's like, oh wow, it's pretty deep. So okay, I like that. That was a straight up like code to yourself, message to yourself.
Oh yeah,
I like that. Okay. I put the pieces together.
Oh yeah, we're not talking cardio.
Yes. Got it. Check. Okay. Check, please, waiter. Okay.
Oh
yes.
man.
Okay. And some other people pick up those. All right.
I had
got
poor
it.
decision-making skills and bad life choices back then. Look at how we've grown.
I'll just say, I'm glad that those women I was trying to impress back then did not become impressed.
Dude, same.
I'll just leave it at that.
I'm actually glad a lot of the people in general that I was trying to impress back then weren't impressed, because I'm just, that's a very, very true statement.
That's a wild what if.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Whew. All right, guys. That's deep. That could be another time, but man, what fun discussions, you guys. Quick reminder, pinned in the chat, head over to Dr. Nick's. All shower products, 25% off. That includes beard wash, beard conditioner, head hair shampoo, head hair conditioner, face wash, and body wash. Go pop over to the site, save yourself 25% there. And again, reminder for this community, we're not going to post this elsewhere. Your codes are usable on that sale as well. And if you haven't checked out Spring Botanicals, I'm full force addicted. So consider checking that bad boy out, because it's amazing. And the weather's starting to break and get nice. And yeah, you just need that in your beard. And
you really do.
And above all, shower products are for all dads, bearded or non. That is a gift for your dad, for someone else's dad, your father-in-law. And Father's Day is coming up, you guys.
Don't hold it against any one dad out there just because he doesn't have a beard. Like,
thank you.
It's little known facts out there in the bearded community that people without beards actually also need showers.
Yes.
And they also have other hair. And although that hair is very lackluster, it's still hair nonetheless.
Yep. Who are we to judge?
Who are we to judge?
All right, guys. Next week we should be back normal time, normal day, right? Let me make sure here. I think we're both good. Yeah, we should be back like normal. And these last few weeks of the summer of school and stuff are crazy, you guys. So thanks for rocking with us today. But if any changes ever happen, we'll of course let you guys know. Nick, any final thoughts or words for our friends?
I mean, we're approaching Father's Day, so I think next week we have some good topics. So cool. I'm excited to the next couple of weeks, because we have the leading up to, and then the afterwards. Just good time to talk about man stuff. It's gonna be a good couple of weeks. See you guys next week.
All right,
thanks
guys.
for coming.
Stay amazing. Have a great week, everybody.